Hey everyone, welcome back to my craft table. We are going to be making a cute little Valentine's Day card using scrapbook.com Love You. So we have the big love stamps or dies. We have the XOs, we have a balloon, some hearts, and then the U. So we're going to use love and then U. We're also going to be using Concord and Nights colors. So what do we got here? We have, sorry, just look at my little cheat sheet here. We have Tide Pool, we have Creamsicle, Nectar, and then we have Honeysuckle. I believe that's the lineup that we have, and then some gold cardstock. Okay, so I think the first thing we need to do, and we're going to make strips, and not exactly sure where we're going with this. We're going to be making an A2 card size. Actually, that's not the card. We're going to also be using white as well. But here's my A2 card size. So that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the idea is to go ahead and make some strips. I kind of just want to make some like not wonky, but just not exactly straight across. I think that's what I want to do, and they're going to be in variation of length. So I'm going to bring out my paper trimmer and I'm going to move that to the side. Staying with this one, we're just going to go ahead and start trimming. So I'm going to play around with it, maybe do some thicker widths and some thinner widths as well, and we'll just see what we come up with and we'll piece them all together. Okay, I got my pieces. I have no idea what the widths of each one of these are. I literally just chose some various in lengths or widths. So it's just, you know, some of them actually look pretty much the same. So we also need to figure out our color coordination, or our order of our color here. So I think what I'll do is we'll do creamsicle, red, or the honeysuckle, and then we'll do nectar, yes, and then maybe we'll do another thin one here. I didn't cut some of these pretty good, but that's all right. And then should we just kind of repeat the process, or should we? Maybe not. Let's do this one. Well, then that kind of would follow a theme. Sorry, I'm just trying to think about the order of how I want to go about this. I don't know if I want the same order, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of want it to be just varies, right? Okay. There is our order. Okay. So let's move that over here. So then I am going to cut them at various lengths. So I need to cut it down smaller than, let's see here, 4 1/4. So they have to be, no, 4. So they have to be, you know, at various lengths below 4 inches. Let's get this first one down. In fact, okay, so I saw Kathy Oselski, if anybody watches her channel, I saw her use, I'm sure it's not just her that does this, right? But I saw her use a silicone mat when she does intricate gluing, and while I'm not doing that, I know some of this is going to go off of the cardstock. So I thought I'd just bring it in so that way my mat doesn't get dirty. And yeah, let me just put that there. Okay. And I was awarded, or not awarded, but given this for free. You know how like scrapbook.com, if you guys ever bought from there, they give you stuff free when you purchase things. And they gave me, actually I got two of them, two silicone mats, large mats, like 24 by 36, I want to say. And I don't need that, obviously, at least that size. And I was going to purchase a silicone mat for something like this, but then I was like, wait a minute, why don't I just cut them up? Like, that would be a smart move, right? And looks like I need to go completely underneath here. So I just cut them up to the size I think I may need. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So 8 by 8 I think is what the size was. And of course you can do the same thing, you know, cut it up to whatever makes sense for you and your crafting needs. But I like the idea of using the silicone mat, and you can do it for ink blending. Of course I have a gel plate for that, so it works for that. Okay. This is a fun card to make because you don't have to really be meticulous about the card or the width size of the cardstock, so that's kind of nice. Okay, yeah, I definitely think I need another one. Okay, there we go. See, now I got all the glue that's stuck on this instead of your craft mat. So there it is, that's our background. Perfect. So then, put that over here. These strips are obviously going to get saved. Concord and 9th is very expensive. Their cardstock is very expensive. So I actually have a little envelope, a plastic envelope. I put the little strips in so I can utilize all of them. Okay, so then we will get these cut down. We're going to need this. We don't need the shadow layer. Okay, so then that's going here, and then that can go there. And then again, we don't need a shadow layer. We are going to, oops, I'm going to grab that. Grab that, cut off a small piece. I believe this foil is called Champagne from Concord and 9th. And then we will put this, sorry, I'm off camera. Bring that over. I like this Big Shot, but oh, it's so big. I wish they made a smaller compatible mat because this is just a lot. I went ahead and since I had those leftover strips, I went ahead and started to make another card. So I propped everything up on foam tape, and I also decided to see if I liked the champagne in the word with the word love instead of the white, and I like it with this one, but I really do like the white with this. So you can see the little difference between the two cardstocks. I left a lot of white space here, and then this one clearly goes off, the one that we did together, that clearly goes off the card panel. And so this is going to go here, like so. And then we are going to add the word you, like that. And then I got 110-pound cardstock. I just used Hobby Lobby's brand. So I'm going to score each of them at 5.5 because that's 4 1/4 by 11. So we just need to score it at the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get that pressed down. You know, I forget who I was watching, and it was someone that, it was on YouTube somewhere, someone said, if you want your cards to look professional, you got to score them. You can't just fold them and then crease them. You got to score it. And I agree. You definitely need to do that. I wish I can remember who that was that said that. There we go. Oh, and I'm using this little coffee mug that I got from Target. If you watched my YouTube video on the Cricut crafts, I had this in one of my videos. Gosh, I hope it was posted. If not, a little spoiler alert. And I said that I was going to use it as a little decorative piece on my craft table, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's work with one first. And again, I already propped it up on some foam tape. Okay, and then we're going to get this. Now, I did also cut this panel smaller than the other panel. I thought that'd be really pretty to give it a little bit a smaller panel. So it is 3 1/4 by 5. And let's go ahead, while I'm standing up, let's go ahead and do the next one. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this adhered and centered. Let's see. I think that looks good, right? Okay. So, I'm not thinking this card is done quite yet because I might need to add some embellishments, but it's done enough for right now for us to move on to this card. And then we got the white on white here. That looks good. Perfect. Okie dokie. And then this one is going to have the U. And of course, I'm going to ask you here soon, but I'll ask you now. You'll have to let me know which one of the two cards you like the most. And let me know if you like the color combination. I was really inspired by Concord and Knight's, oh shoot, that's a little bit too much. Their January release. I was really inspired by that, and I don't know if they're, like, I guess not the stamps and dyes that they use, but the colors that they were using. And so I thought I would you know, kind of see if I can replicate some of that. I'm not sure of all the colors that they use. I'm sure I'm off somewhere, but I like this little spread that we have. Okay, so the glue will dry where it doesn't land. Oh shoot, you know what? Let me see. I took a picture of it of where I wanted it, and I gotta look here. Okay, so here's my picture, and just because I really liked the positioning of this, so I always take pictures. If I really like it, I take pictures of it. Okay. Here, oop, 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 oop. Let me close that up. Push that down. Okay. Go. I'm going to drop a block on it. There we go. Just to put a little pressure on it. Okay, don't need that anymore. So I think that turned out super cute. Oh my goodness. I love that gold, or that champagne gold. I was a little worried if I didn't know if it would go, but it actually did. It does go pretty well with it. Okay, let me see if I have any embellishments that would look good with this. Good old dewdrops. It's happening. Okay, switching it to this one. Alright guys, I gotta tell you something as I'm Louie knees down. So my daughter is about 3 years and I don't know if this matters, like 8 months old. 3 years and 8 months. There you go. I don't know if that even matters. So 3.5 years old. Okay. And we just put her in, like, her crib transitions into a toddler bed and then a full-size bed. So she climbed out of it maybe twice, and each time we were there, attempted to, I should say. And then one time she did completely when she was put in there for timeout purposes. She just needed to calm down. And but anyway, so we kept her in there as long as we could. It's time to put her in a taller bed, especially so she can go up, or so she can go to the bathroom now. She has dry diapers. She's potty trained during the day, and she's having a lot of dry diapers throughout the night, which is amazing. And so I told my husband, I said, it's time to put her in the toddler bed. And so tonight's the first night, and it's almost 1 in the morning, because you guys know I'm a late night crafter. And I don't think she's feeling 100% the best right now, but she didn't get a nap today, and which, she's kind of slowly getting out of that nap phase, and she did a lot today. But anyway, she stayed in there. She went to bed, and it was so far a really good night of her going to bed in her taller bed. I'm so excited. I always worried about when we had to transition her into something new, like, when we got her out of, just like whatever transition that we had to do, that's different from her routine. Or, she always wore sleepers. We took her out of sleepers now, and, she always wore like sleep sacks, when she was, crawling around at that age, and just to keep her extra warm when, because you can't put blankets in there, until a certain age. And so we always did sleep sacks. And so when we had to transition her out of that, I was like, oh gosh, how is this going to go? And I don't know why I worry so much about the just changes. And she just handles it like a champ. It's not that I hate change. I just was worried, you never know. And she's always been really good. And I hope that continues throughout her life, that when she has to get into something new, she handles it well, because changes happen all the time, and you kind of just have to go with the punches, right? So I'm really proud of her, and I know that it's not always going to be like this every night. She, she's going to have her nights where she's might get out and play, and we'll address it when that happens. But we were really blessed the first night. So far, the night's not over, and we'll see how it goes in the morning time. She usually sleeps in till about, 8:30, sometimes 9. Latest she ever slept, and it was just recent, back in October, she slept until 11. It was crazy. It was nice. But I was at work, and my sister was watching her, so she appreciated that. I told her, you need to go wake her up. We had a busy weekend that weekend. Okay, so we're not done, because we have to add the logo, of course, because my plan is to sell these, and I think I might see if I can do that on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure. I keep on getting notified that I can do that I've been eligible for that. So let me know in the comment section if you would purchase these, and for how much. Okay, there we go. So card number 1, we have the white with the champagne U. So we have love you, and then we have the dewdrops, and then this one we just have the word love. Same concept, same dies, just so different, right? And even the same colors. But let me know, which one do you like? Do you like the one that says love you, or do you like this one? And should I add the word you to this? And if so, I think part of the reason why I didn't add the word you is because I'm not sure what color I should do. So I would go bold, but I don't want it. Anyway, I can go and get into many reasons why I didn't do anything with it. But yeah, here are my cards. Not your typical colors for Valentine's Day, but that's all right. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all in the next video.